Hey everybody, Relic here from Relic's Vape, coming to you with an impromptu review of Mount Baker Vaper Butter Toffee. Just came in the mail today. This is not a requested juice review, so it's not going to be my 21-day review. This is just something I wanted to go ahead and put out there because it's a new juice that came in the house and I wanted to see how I was going to like it. Mount Baker Vaper, check them out at www.mtbakervapor.com. People confuse me all the time. Some people say Vapor, some people say Vapor, so I wanted to make sure and got you the right link. The one thing that I really like about Mount Baker Vapor's juice selection is you can add the double shots if you want, and Cosmic Fire had added 2 double shots, so I'm kind of expecting the flavor to come booming through this. Also, they have the manufacturer date 3/1 of 14, so it's only 5-6 days old, so it's really not ready, hasn't steeped long enough, but I like to taste it right out of the bottle anyways, that way I can go ahead and see how it progresses. Steep times are different. People steep their juices a different way. I'm going to explain my steep time and how I do it. What I do is day one I get this bad boy. Of course I'm going to sample some of it, but after I sample it I make sure I shake it up real good for about a minute, and then I got a dresser sitting over there that sits on the outside of the house. Well, sits on the inside of the house on the wall that faces the outside, so I know it's the coolest place in my bedroom, and I put it in that drawer. And first day I'll leave the cap on it and I'll let it sit there for 24 hours or thereabout, and then the next day I'll come back and I'll shake it up again, get some of that air in there. And then one of the things I do is air to me really helps peak the flavor, so I want to get fresh air in there, so I'll squeeze the bottle just until you get to that point where you're going to start squirting juice all over yourself. Another one of those vape sayings that just sounds wrong if you don't know what we're talking about. And then I'll let it suck in some fresh air, put the cap back on, jack it up a little bit, get some of that fresh air in there. And be careful when you are squeezing the air out of it that you don't squeeze too much and get the e-juice all over you, because e-juice does contain nicotine, which nicotine is poisoning, so be careful with that. But like I said, I shake it up for a good minute or so, and then the second day process I take the cap off, go put it back in my drawer and let it sit there overnight, and I'll repeat this process, and every other day I'll sample it and see how it's getting. One of the ways you can tell your juice is starting to get close is in the steeping process. It'll change colors. This, as you can see, is almost clear. This is a bottle of butterscotch that I made and has gone through the steeping process, and you can see the color change. This was the same color as this when I started, so it'll take on more of an amber look, and then you know you're getting pretty close to it. Like I said, I keep repeating that process, taking the lid off, squeezing the air out. Every other day or so I'll put the cap back on it and just let it ferment, basically. I know it's not fermenting, but it's keeping that old air in there, and it's recycling it. Shake it up every once in a while. You walk by the drawer, you think about it, give it a good shake, throw it back in the drawer. But anyways, let's go ahead and taste this bad boy. I am dripping it in a Patriot clone on a VAMO 4. I got a dual coil setup running 1.2 ohms. I am not a cloud chaser, that's why I have a VAMO. Voltage sitting at about 4. Wattage I keep down to 7.5, just because, like I said, I like flavor. I'm not really into the vapor. So first vape. Like I said, low setting, so I'm not going to get a lot of vapor out of it, but for it a 7.5 with a quick little draw like that, that's decent vapor. Flavor's good, actually. You can definitely taste the butter toffee in it. I mean, it's got the double shot in it, so I would expect more flavor if it was steeped, but it's not steeped. So, we're going to give this bad boy about a week, and we're going to come back to it and see how Mount Baker Vaper Butter Toffee tastes after it's been steeped. Take a good look at the color of it again. I'm sure you'll see it change. I'm sure next time you see it, it'll be closer to that color. Anyways, go ahead and run over and give Mount Baker Vaper a look over their website. All their juices are made fresh, so all of them you will need to let steep for a minute, which is cool. I mean, I don't mind waiting for a good juice. I mean, waited damn near 40 years for a good wife, so I can wait a week for a good juice. Don't get me wrong, I do like juice that comes all ready to go too, though, because sometimes you order a juice and you just want to vape on it, you don't want to wait. But anyways, go to mountbakervapor.com. check out their website. Got a lot of interesting stuff on their website. Check them out on Facebook, give them a like there. Let them know that Relic from Relic's Vape sent you over, and maybe this might be a vendor that we can get the viewers from Southern Vapors to help try to get us some sponsors by telling them, hey, you know, Relic's putting you out there a little bit. Maybe you guys might want to consider sponsoring a show, do a giveaway or something. We do our part to try to bring the giveaways, and believe me, there's a lot of work into talking to these vendors and trying to get some of them to do giveaways, and we appreciate each one of our vendors that do come out and support us. And I do personally try to make sure I can put out my vendors out. I only do a 1 day a week show, 2 hours a week, but I'm also big into the social media, Twitter, Facebook, my WordPress blog. I'm always trying to put the word out about different vendors. So be sure to check them out. Tune in Friday, 10 to midnight Eastern, www.vapors.tv/Southern Vapors with a Z at the end, not an S. Check me out. Check all the rest of the show out on Southern Vapors. And remember, Southern isn't a place on the map. Southern's in your heart and soul. Peace.